hold him. Got to look at him.
Tough testimony today from an expectant mother who describes the day she lost her unborn son and husband in a drunk driving crash.
Christian Guerrero testified today in the trial for the former Texas State student who pleaded guilty to intoxication manslaughter. KVU's Christy Millward is live in San Marcos. And Christy, we saw it just there, an emotional day of testimony.
Mike and Terry, it was tough to hear Christian Guerrero describe that crash and that hurt today. Several people in the courtroom were crying as she talked about waking up after that crash with blood on her face, talked about delivering a baby who she already knew had died, and talked about her life without her husband. Now, 25-year-old Guerrero says the couple was heading back to Bryan from San Antonio back in August 2016 after going to an immigration meeting for her husband. She told the jury she saw another vehicle coming towards her in her lane. She tried to swerve out of the way, but the two hit head-on. In court, Guerrero said she is now scared of drunk drivers and doesn't drive Thursdays through Sunday, worried about getting hit. She described the breakdown she continues to have, even at work, just trying to deal with the grief.
I'll never be the same. Never. There will never be another normal. This is always something that's going to be there. My heart will always be broken. And I will always love him and our son, and I will always want them back. And this will always hurt.
Now, we also saw video this afternoon of a San Marcos police officer giving Shanna Elliott a field sobriety test. Elliott told the officer she was floating the Blanco River and had a few beers before the crash. Through much of the video, she continues to ask the officer if people in the other car are okay. The officer eventually arrests her for a DWI. Prosecutors said Elliott's blood alcohol level was a .199. Now back out here live, Elliott already entered a guilty plea. So prosecutors today told the jury that it's up to them to decide an appropriate punishment for, quote, lives destroyed. Now, she could face anywhere from probation to 20 years behind bars. Now, that trial should continue tomorrow. Live in San Marcos, Christy Millward, KVU News.
Sad story all around. Thanks, Christy.